All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the broadcast here, and we got the Star Ladder I-League Invitational Season number 3 North American Qualifier continuing action now on what is our final first-round matchup, and what happens to be the debut of Evil Geniuses here of our new competitive Dota 2 season. Looking forward to this one. They're going up against a team called Blue Pikachu, which is a squad that happened to qualify via the open qualifiers for this event. So, say the least, you know, we're expecting a certain result, but who knows, right? Who knows? There's been some funny stuff that's happened. We'll see. I'm Breaking CBK, joined by Z-Rock here. Z-Rock, we get yet another big debut at our hands here.
I mean, the expected results, obviously 2-0 Blue Pikachu, right?
Of course. No, that's what I was getting at, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
this new Fear guy, I don't know what to expect from him, you know, so.
You know, you never know what to expect when new blood comes onto the scene, you know, making their professional debut.
How long can we keep this up is the question. No.
All game. I absolutely could do this all game. But
Right.
Most notably, I got to say, I love Blue Pikachu's logo. That little hand-drawn Pikachu, it's great.
It's scary.
It's so derpy, and it looks kind of creepy with half of it on the flag.
It looks
They didn't
very
set a
creepy.
proper logo for the flag. Yeah. Oh, but I was talking to some of these guys last Monday about what they expected to plan on going in, what their strategy was going to be, and they said, well, we're not expecting too much, but we figure our best shot is going to be to sit on Sumail as hard as we can.
Okay.
So they said they're literally planning on sacking their safe lane entirely, just trying to camp Sumail and keep him down. We'll have to see how it works out for them. Wisp definitely a highly contested pick in this patch, and it will be going to Blue Pikachu as the opener, so definitely a leg up in the mid lane right there.
By Sumail, I believe you mean Mr. S over there on the side of Evil Geniuses. No. But, yeah, it's, again, definitely leaning towards Evil Genius. But overall, I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out here, again, being the debut of such a notorious team here on the scene. So, Ancient Apparition into Earthshaker, now a Beastmaster coming out for EG. We saw it amid Ancient Apparition the other day. We were mentioning that. Sumail actually has played that before. I don't think we're going to see it here, but I always like to kind of, you know, bring that up just in case. Just in case. But Beastmaster, I assume, is going to end up in the hands of Universe here. Most likely.
Yeah, I would assume so. We'll have to see. I have no clue what to expect out of EG in a game like this. As you said, a very no-name team to a lot of the professional scene. They really don't know what they're going to be up against here, and they may not have the most respect right now. So could see something very strange come out of EG here in Game 1.
What do you think? First off, on a couple of things here with this new Evil Geniuses roster, like what are the expectations for starting with Fear? Fear's this man here. He's been in the scene for a long time. Obviously, he has the experience. He has experience, especially with EG. Took the last year off. He's come back now, but he's come back as a 5 support player and the ultimate leader for the team. Do you think that's something that he will be comfortable in right away, or will he maybe need some time?
I think he's got Crit talking a lot in his ear. I think this is going to almost be a joint captain type thing. Crit likes to be fairly involved in this kind of stuff. So while I don't think it's probably that big of a change, because he's also been EG's coach for the last 2 iterations of it. So he's got the experience being in that kind of a role. In-game shot calling still has a lot to be desired and something we're going to have to see. But from what I've heard and when I've talked to Peter and them, a lot of the shot calling comes down to their initiator anyway. Whether that's their 4 position in Crit or in Universe there. That's kind of on them to make those calls. So I actually think he'll transition really well into this role. I'm just more curious to see how he does playing without items. Like, that's always a huge transition for people. Going from a core or even a 4 role, because 4s are starting to get a lot of items, down to being the welfare player.
Yeah.
Like, that's a huge change of pace.
For me, and I know a lot of people there are excited as well, that to really see Crit kind of going back to his roots, as he kind of hinted at in a tweet before the whole roster situation became figured out, where he's kind of going back to his roots. You know, he's going to be going to the 4 position again, something that he seems like he's definitely going to be much more comfortable in, probably playing the Earthshaker here for the team. So, Bloodseeker coming out. We got a Lone Druid on the side of Blue Pikachu, by the way, with a 3rd pick, so not a hero we see often. The last time we saw it, actually, we sure enough saw the range Lone Druid, which is pretty rare nowadays.
Indeed. They were talking about this. This is going to be their safe laner. They're not going to try to run it mid. They're not going to do anything crazy. They're going to just try to let him be self-sufficient and be a solo laner, basically, in the top lane.
Okay.
So we'll see how it works out, but I'm curious to see if that's going to be an offlane Nyx or a 4-roll Nyx. It's going to be huge depending on which way they want to run it. Because right now, Nyx and Earthshaker match up fairly similar to each other. Earthshaker a little longer initiation range, but Nyx a little more damage on the backside of it in the very early game. And there's going to be their mid lane hero. So those two will pair very well together to try to gank and put some pressure on the lanes. But Ember Wisp is always a bit of an awkward combo.
Yeah.
Like, it's good in the early game and just getting Ember through his bad part of the game. But in the late game, it just kind of feels disjointed. Ember wants to jump around a whole bunch, and Wisp is not
He's
really
like,
going to
"Hold
have
on."
any good... Yeah. There's not going to be a lot of great tether targets yet.
I kind of said it in a funny way there, but yeah, no, really though, it's when it comes to the tether, it's going to be hard to keep on a hero like Ember Spirit. It feels like who's constantly sleight of fisting, using the remnant to go every which way. Whereas more like a Tiny, he blinks in once and then that's it. He's not going to be blinking again for a little bit there at least. So, for example, at least, or like an Ursa. So
now, it's a little hard to want to do into like an AA Beastmaster, but Legion Commander would be a very nice pairing to finish their lineup up like in a vacuum. Then you have the Legion in the mid game that you can tether and do a bunch of stuff with. Really try to propel him on, and another hero that's very self-sufficient and can fall back into the jungle if he gets pressured. But it just looks really painful to play into like AA Beastmaster Bloodseeker.
Well, they're going to have to figure something out here. Enchantress, the ban, coming away by EG. Viper going to be taken out by Blue Pikachu. So they're assuming that's... Well, Viper ban's interesting because you already have a Bloodseeker who could definitely end up in the hands of either Sumail or Arteezy here. Mid or the safe lane, of course. So I guess, yeah, no, it does make sense because if anything, we perhaps expect to see more in the safe lane. And Viper is pretty good against Ember Spirit, too.
5 seconds remaining.
As he is against most heroes.
In our first game in the series today, we saw that Earthshaker actually struggled to make a lot of impact in the mid lane. This ban may actually just be because they feel like Wisp Ember is going to body this Bloodseeker out so hard that they're going to just pivot the Bloodseeker to the carry role. They're gonna just assume that Bloodseeker won't want to deal with that matchup and will just get the hell out of the lane. And that could happen. Like Earthshaker is not a super high impact roamer in the very early game.
They're using all the reserve time left here to find out their final pick, which of course is understandable, down to 20 seconds now, but you figure, again, the offlane, the option, and they're gonna lean towards a Doom. It seems to be a favorite of a lot of these NA teams especially. Running some Doom. We saw it earlier in the earlier series from Complexity, in fact, even just earlier today, although that was more the 4 position, but yeah, 4 or 3, we see a fair amount, it seems like, lately.
Yeah, we really have, and it's been only this region that's actually prioritizing it, so it's had mixed success. We saw it work with only 1 Doom used in the entire game last time. But
it wasn't a winning effort, to be fair.
They won, yep.
But that was something. That was interesting, to say the least. So now Evil Geniuses has a minute here. They know they kind of figure out what the lanes are going to be for sure. What do they really look to do? You think that they're going to lean towards a Sumail hero?
I would assume so. Like, Bloodseeker versus Ember is really swingy. They could go either way, but whatever one gets the lead is going to hold the lead. But with Wisp, there's a whole X factor there that's going to tilt it way into Ember's favor if they're fairly evenly skilled. Obviously, we're talking about Sumail here, but even being as confident as he is, I don't know if you're looking to run that.
Alchemist. Calling it. Watch, here we go. 5 seconds. It didn't work. No, but I mean, to me though, on a serious note, Alchemist feels like could be an option here. I mean, Sumail, of course, has history playing it, and they kind of got the lineup around the Alchemist that's going to be able to take care of business while he's busy farming. And they got some decent Ags targets on top of that they always like to look at, too. So,
yeah, I don't think it's a bad pick at all here. Nice.
I'm happy that I'm wrong. Very happy that I'm wrong. They go the Arteezy Wraith King
with
instead.
A super cool cosmetic set. Look at that helmet.
He is decked out.
Like a wire cage.
That just seems like unnecessary amount of armor. But it looks badass.
Dreadnought gauntlets too, so he's gonna have cool storm bolts. I can't remember what it's actually called in this game, but
the Arcana Wisp skin as well. We're finding ourselves commenting on the skins here, but Wraith King, final pick. So on the level of strategy here, makes sense to you? You really like it?
I hope he goes the dive in blink blade mail. I think that's better than going like a hard carry Wraith King this game. But overall, yeah, I think it's fine. It's one of those heroes that's just going to be exceptionally hard to bring down. If he gets rooted by the bear, he just turns and beats on the bear a little bit. I almost feel like it's more a litmus test for the Wraith King, right? Like, how is this hero going to perform for us? We think we have a fairly favorable matchup here overall, team versus team. Let's see how it goes, because all in all, there's nothing about this game that makes me scream like good Wraith King game.
Yeah.
Doom does fairly well into it with Infernal Blade just chunking him out just in ways that you can come in, poke, and run away. Ember obviously super good at kiting him around, same with Lone Druid. So a lot of kite for the Wraith King in this game.
Shout out to PPD and Zai, by the way. I'm sure possibly tuning in, but as well as their victory over DC, apparently it is official now. They won 3-0 against DC, and they're in the King's Cup Finals. So they're going to be going to their first land of the season. The Dire, of course, looking like a very strong team, as you predicted, Mr. Z-Rock, moving forward here. But now they get to watch their former teammates, and I'm sure still good friends, of VG now.
Oh, no. Please.
What's up?
I was wondering if they're going to start writing profanity on the screen.
Oh, with the...
Like, yeah, the yellow player, the Lone Druid player, has a bad habit of doing
Dude,
that.
there's no more chat wheel. What do you do?
Oh, the last game I casted theirs in like some little minor tourney when I was bored. Hero FU Z-Rock in giant letters on the minimap to start the game.
Nice. Can't wait to get my shout out.
Oh, it's great. Smoked up here, though. They're looking really aggressive. They do scout this Wraith King out. Not looking to make a move on it with just Ember Wisp, but does give them a little bit of info as to where EG is.
All right, so the lanes, though, as far as they're setting up, it's, again, probably going to be as expected. I got to say, it looks a little weird even seeing Fear on an Ancient Apparition here, but new 5 position for the team. You got Universe on his Beastmaster. Love this hero, and something that I always find myself bringing up whenever we happen to have a Beastmaster especially, is the idea of whether or not he goes Necronomicon. Makes that a priority. I mean, currently in his inventory, he's right-clicking what eventually could even be a Vlad's out figure.
Yeah, that'd be my guess as well. Helmadam, also an option.
Ah, yeah.
For the twins.
We saw that in the earlier series by both
So
teams.
much disrespect here from EG.
Yeah.
They were looking for a level 1 First Blood there.
Smoked up. Could not do it, though.
I mean, just look at chat. You know, good luck, have fun out of this blue Pikachu side, and then all Sumail says back is good luck.
Looking into things a little much there, Z-Rock.
So rude.
Let the PM begin. These guys hate each other. Storylines. Oh, that courier, though. That courier, though.
It's dead.
That courier's dead. Sumail, you wanna micro that thing. I just ran that in, and Isle's like, all right, I'll kill it.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Very, very awkward.
He got the item delivered at least. I'm guessing it was a salve here, but obviously...
Nah, it was a hatchet.
Oh, it was a hatchet. Okay. Yeah, the Cloning Blade. But still, that's, it's going to be without the courier now for a fair amount of time. Fortunate mistake. Top lane, we're going to see a rotation coming out. Ooh, the Impale just missed Wraith King, but now with Earthshaker coming in...
Yeah, there's very little this BP lineup's going to look to do in top lane. It's mostly just going to be farm and get a few levels. They need to get an Infernal Blade up and running, usually a level of Scorched Earth, before they can really do much. Like, once they hit level 3, Fear becomes a viable kill target if they get an Impale on him and just run him down with Infernal Blade. But it's going to be a little while yet.
Definitely a fair amount of stuns. Not only, Cold Feet is good in this case with both the Fissure as well as the Wraithfire Blast here. Obviously, good lockdown to set up the eventual Cold Feet. That could be coming out from AA, but of course, level 1, he has a Chilling Touch, which in itself, very, very strong ability. Again, you do the quick math. Hit 3 heroes, including yourself, with it early on. That's 450 plus damage total. And actually, speaking of it, they're going to use it. Look at that. I mean, Nyx just melts right there. Fear gets credit for the first blood. And now Doom is in trouble still. He's going to be fine, but you just see right there, the Chilling Touch especially, how much damage that provides.
Yeah, this will more than likely prompt the Doom to go just jungle for a while. You let Nyx try to leech some of it. If you can carapace off one of the Chilling Touch hits from each of the heroes, it becomes a lot less scary. But it's going to be a bit of a struggle up here now for Blue Pikachu after giving up that kill.
We got middle lane. Earthshaker rotating back in. Going to make a play here now, perhaps. At least just keep Ember Spirit at bay. Allow Mr. S, a.k.a. Samel, to continue to have a great lead here in the CS. He's 19-5 compared to a 10-0 Ember Spirit so far.
I was just going to mention that. The Wisp being mid has done virtually nothing for him thus far. They haven't been able to bully Sumail out at all. He's absolutely crushing this lane. Full level ahead. Almost a level and a half now over the Ember Spirit.
Fear, he's going to be pressured here, but yeah, so what about this decision, by the way? And now Doom is going to take some more pressure himself. A nice crit coming out for RTZ, but in comes Wisp. But here comes the Fissure now. Only hit the Wisp. He's more so trying to block. I don't think he expected the Wisp to be there. And so everything will be fine when it's all said and done. But yeah, running the aggressive, what's really been a dual lane here. Now Wisp is here, so kind of a tri-lane. But it does seem like a funky dual/tri lane, right? Where Nyx Assassin up here with the Doom. It just doesn't really feel right. I don't know.
I mean, this was their intention, though, right? They wanted to give zero help to this lone druid. They just want to let him 1v1. He's going to do his thing and let the rest of the lanes do stuff. But that only works if you're getting kills. An aggro tri-lane not getting kills is a failed aggro tri-lane. So they're going to have to, at the very least, find some pick on Fear. Or this lane's going to just go downhill very quickly for them.
Yeah. You see Io leading the way as tethered up to Nyx Assassin. They're running down Crick. Going to take off that clarity. There wasn't much left, though. In fact, he basically is full mana. Not that big of a deal, but Bloodseeker, meanwhile, he's not level 6 yet, but he's going to run over for the 4-minute rune. The rune, unfortunately, spawning bottom, but you know what? He's going to find some hero kills, possibly, as Alrin here on the Nyx Assassin, realizing he's in a bad spot. He'll barely survive that final auto attack.
Good save from the Wisp there with the tether bottle. Only reason he lived.
Oh, yeah. Just enough to keep him alive. That with the overcharge to do so, but now Io by himself here in the middle lane. He needs to be careful because, yeah, Bloodseeker's just about level 6. One more creep kill. And he's running fast right now. He's got that thirst. Somebody's
and
low.
Scouts the massive stack. He's looking for the Ember that was low. He was just trying to figure out where he was at. If you can find him, it's usually a free kill.
Nice savage roar right there by the Lone Druid. Jeez.
Damn, Khaled.
Yeah, that was clutch timing on his part, getting both of them to survive. I mean, without that, he 100% is dead. So, clutch
yeah,
play.
if there is one player that's potentially poised to get onto a real team at some point, the closest person so far is definitely Whiskey in this bottom lane. Yet another player coming out of the same region that Yapsor's from. So
yeah,
definitely had a lot of Dota players come out of there lately. It's been surprising.
Becoming more and more of an international game, that's for sure. Doom running in the mud golem that he ate earlier. This is Io, baby. He saved the day initially, and they turn kill Arteezy up at the top lane. You know, that they were going on a Doom pretty heavily, but it just wasn't enough damage. No crits came out for Wraith King either, and that allowed Doom to set up a turn. Of course, more so Io, like I said, coming in. And then as we saw the end result right there, so that's got to feel good for Blue Pikachu. And they tie things up at 1 hero kill apiece now.
Yeah, did you see this Doom skill build? He's actually maxing crit first. Not maxing Wraith Fire Blast, so they're not feeling like they have much kill potential in this lane.
Oh, okay.
It's just the fastest farming build.
You said Doom there. I'm like, wait, he's maxing crit.
Wraith King.
Wraith King, yeah. But that is interesting, though. Yeah, not going the... I feel like Wraith Fire Blast is usually the thing you see leveled up, right? That's what you're getting at for the early damage and stuff, but...
It's just kind of them saying, we don't think we're gonna kill you, or if we're gonna kill you, it's not gonna matter what level the Wraith Fire is. Nice snipe from Scrooge McDuck there, chucking a rock at a large creep.
And Sumail's dead. I was watching that the whole time. I thought he might have been able to survive the block from the Fissure from crit, but he was not. He was going on Ember Spear right there. But again, this Io comes in to heal up, and gotta say, this is an appropriate name for this player right here, Save, as he is doing a bunch of that so far on the Wisp, both at the top and now the middle lane. Bottom lane, out comes the Primal Roar. Trying to set up a kill on the Lone Druid. In comes the Chilling Touch as well. It's just a damage, and the Wild Axes to help cut down the trees around him. Get the kill. Top lane, though, Arteezy again going to fall to Doom and the Wisp here.
Yeah, nothing special coming out here killing Arteezy either. This is just a Doom and a Wisp running at you. Like, none of that is surprising, or it's all very telegraphed. So really surprising to see Arteezy fall twice up here.
I know that this is very early on. Very early on, and not to overstep anything here, but When you're a team called Blue Pikachu, coming from the open qualifiers, playing the notorious Evil Geniuses, and you're up 3-2 hero kills, it's got to feel pretty freaking good. And it might even get better right here. Crit. He's in a little bit of trouble. The Root comes out, and he does die in the end. Nyx Assassin is going to fall in response, but Whiskey getting a little love from the Dota 2 gods right there. And a nice Promaror once again. And he'll not only stay alive, into another Root onto the Beastmaster right there. So Whiskey, he's going to survive. Hugging the tower, but it's, I mean, I guess the ultimate point, I mean, they're also showing that they can play. They're playing fairly well so far.
Yeah, they're holding EG at bay in laning phase, which is incredibly impressive, honestly. I've seen this happen from amateur teams before, though. The real question is, like, about the first Roche time, that 25, 30-minute mark, how do you play on a macro level? A lot of these amateur teams will either spread out and keep trying to farm and just die. We're going to see Doom fall here as well, I believe. Shrine, though, might make a turn play.
Oh, no. Sumail, don't overcommit. Sumail's overcommitting. Sumail's overcommitting. He wants the kill. He's overcommitting. He's dead.
He needs the kill now. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, my gosh. That really has to sting. But as you said, the Shrine, and guess who again? Save on the IO. Saving the day. I love this player, man. I'm a new fanboy.
Oh, man. Yeah, so as I was saying, the real question is, what do you do in the mid game? A lot of amateur teams or up-and-coming teams, they'll either stick to their lanes when everything starts to crumble and they'll just get roamed on and die constantly, or they'll sit 5-man too long and lose the macro game.
Oh, I'm definitely with you there. So, like I said, it is still very early on here, and that's a big kill, of course, for Evil Geniuses as they take a lone druid. This time the Saboteur unable to save him. He did a good job with it, but Doom also ports in a little bit too late. Cannot save him either. So Doom, he's going to farm up some down here at the bottom lane. Universe, by the way, he's trying to finish. Well, he got the headdress. Now he's transitioning. Okay, he's going to be going the Helm of the Dominator, in fact. So you're right on that case. And now that into the medallion and full solar crest. So very, team fight, ganking heavy.
Yeah.
Him here.
Look to see him try to dominate a Satyr and run up and purge Ember Spirit with it at some point in this game.
Uh-oh. Doom, he did not. He underestimated the Beastmaster right here. And the Wild Axe isn't not enough, though. Universe thought he had that. He stepped back. I thought he did, too, to be honest, but it is only level 1. Out comes the Rupture, though. Doom, don't tell me he's actually going to live through this. There's no way. Fissure happens, and he will fall in the end. Now Nyx Assassin.
These things hurt.
Oh, you're right. The Doomlings come out, and Bloodseeker's going to die. The Mud Golem he had taken over. Out come the Doomlings as a result, and he puts a double stun on. Forgot about that.
Those stuns do a lot more damage than people expect. It's 125 damage per Doomling. And when they stack that with the Impale under tower, it was enough to bring Sumail down. So very heads-up play there from the Doom to make sure those Shardlings actually threw their stun in time. And all in all, another negative trade for EG.
Wraith King picking up the Mask of Madness. It just never ceases to amaze me that this item is just top tier nowadays.
If there was one hero it is nuts on, though, it's Wraith King.
Yeah.
I mean, you press Q once, and that is your only active button.
That's true.
You don't do anything but auto, so... Suffering the pain of a root, though.
Bottom lane.
Him down to about half health.
Yeah, Beastmaster's going to fall. Is that a relocate? It was. They relocate in. That's him and the Ember Spirit, I'm guessing. And they're going to go back wherever they came from, which is towards the middle lane, of course. Top lane. Lone Druid, he's in trouble. They're rotating in. RTZ opens up with the Wraithfire Blast. Here comes Fear, applying the Chilling Touch. See that big damage coming out, man. Yeah, no chance for him to survive right there, so nice rotation from Evil Geniuses. And they keep things close here in the early game. But Ember Spirit, we haven't really talked much about him lately. He has 1,500 gold saved up. What is the Ember Spirit build this game, you think? Does he need that Veil, or does he skip that altogether?
Yeah, I go straight bots here, I think. Yes, you have the Wisp to help you, but that just means even more map presence. You're not in like some dire state where you're hurting for damage right now. You're actually being able to kill things. And I really think going a more late game scaling build is the best way to go.
You see this time around, Doom, when he dies at Doomlings, you can kill them off pretty quickly. And they do that right there. Io, by the way, he's picked off. That was a Rupture into an Ice Blast. Well played there. Meanwhile, Fear's in trouble, though. He goes down. Nyx Assassin able to do that, but at what cost for Aura now? Probably going to lead to his death. RTZ gets the Wraithfire Blast at tower assisting. And team credit for the kill there in return. So, again, overall momentum 3 for 1 there in favor of Evil Geniuses. And for the first time this game, outside of the 1-0 lead they have, they're now up 9-8 in hero kills at this point. And Wraith King, he's finding some good farm. He's definitely picked it up a bit. Well, kind of. I mean, He's jumping up and down, but he's working towards that Echo Saber.
Yeah. Definitely going a more right-click Wraith King build. My issue with this is if Blue Pikachu plays this right, they can kite him for days. Like, once we get to the 5v5 state of this game, it should be very hard for this Wraith King to actually auto anybody.
That's the massive bane of the hero, right? Is that he hits like an insane truck. I mean, arguably the hardest hitter in the game, but fairly easily kiteable, depending on the team support around him and stuff. So Doom
So dead.
Ballsy move on his part. He kind of went in on a universe right there, expecting, I don't know if he just, I mean, he saw Earthshaker too, so I really don't know what the game plan was right there. Unless they were expecting to relocate gank. That's very possible. But that's held off because they realize what's going on, and instead Ember Spirit and Io are going to head towards the top lane. And like to push this top tower here, so going for the objective. You do see the bots finished on Ember Spirit, like you're talking about.
And the strategy for this team is essentially online. You've got your Vendetta, you've got your Relocate, and Boots of Travel and Ember. You need to be running around the map and out-maneuvering EG. You've got to just move faster than they can. And that's how you're going to get objectives, that's how you're going to get kills. If you sit too stagnant with committing this much gold to Boots of Travel and a Wisp pick in general, it's going to come back to bite you.
Z-Rock. We saw this yesterday. We see it today now. Back-to-back games. Lone Druid going the range build. Whiskey picks up the 175 attack range. He's going the Dragon Lance. Does it make sense here?
Yes, but I just think it's objectively worse than the bear build right now.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense in the fact that with that extra range, you can stay so far away from Wraith King and Bloodseeker, but this is just a disaster now all of a sudden for Blue Pikachu. They're going to get one.
Turn kill. It's in their favor, but now with Ember Spirit dying, that's not going to be in their favor. Impale comes out just a little bit too late, though. Didn't even hit anybody, actually. So down goes the Ember Spirit. Obviously, Doom dying as well. Again, they relocate in, but we saw what happened earlier with Doom kind of just running in, too. It seems like they're trying to set up these ganks, but EG, they're almost baiting it out, and they are able to respond to it here. Well
EG is doing a fairly good job of keeping their turn potential in fog. And now Whiskey going to get gone in here. Good Savage Roar, though, yet again.
He's on top of that. Now Crit and Arteezy running away. Arteezy just throws a stun, actually, on the Spirit Bear. Wants to make sure not to get any Entangle procs coming out. And they'll both retreat and be fine here. So you got Wraith King now, the Echo Saber. Again, still working on that, but almost done. Sumail going the Hand of Midas here. Going to transition into the BKB as far as his follow-up item is concerned. And BKB is definitely going to be a great tool this game.
Yeah, for sure. And look at the warding on the side of EG here. They have two very deep wards. They have one stacked on top of the Radiant ward looking over the shrine. And then they have the one very, very deep looking into the medium camp. This entire jungle is like theirs right now for vision. So it's very scary for Blue Pikachu to even start to farm this. We see him setting up on Whiskey right now. He's more than likely just dead.
Well, you look at Beastmaster setting up on a Lone Druid. Ice Blast coming on top of the Primal Roar, but it's a tough target to kill. Can they stop him? The Cold Feet? It's not going to be in time. He does pour it out. They might be able to kill the bear.
Kill the bear in time?
Oh, no way.
No.
Yeah, that would
get it in time.
Yeah, they would have to do it right away right there. So, but they still kill the bear.
Yeah, about a second too late because Ice Blast was on LD, so he wasn't actually healing from the fountain for a while. If they could have killed the bear right before that ended, it might have popped him, but not quite enough.
Oh, that's...
I've been abandoned.
Yeah, he's like Tether. Sweet. Oh, actually. Okay, they are going to fall back, and that's one of those, they can't see what we see. If they knew that nobody was there, they commit for that kill probably, but...
Yeah, they just let him tether onto somebody in the trees. There could be 4 heroes there just waiting for them.
Yeah.
But again, though, another deep ward from EG giving a ton of info. They're seeing Scrooge McDuck farming here on the Doom. They're seeing Whiskey farming as that Ice Blast just flew over him. They know where everybody is.
Bottom tower also going down. Universe has that army. He actually has a catapult or siege creep he's taking over here from the Radiant side. And they're going on to Doom. Doom's up. Beastmaster, though. So, was then able to Primal Roar. He actually canceled his Primal Roar initially as if they were stutter stepping, and now comes a relocate. So that's an easy turn kill on a Universe. Can Cricket out of here now. Obviously, he has the blink. Going to go over towards the shrine.
It's a very fast blink dagger. To have Arcane's blink at 17 on Earthshaker is very impressive.
He's had it for at least a minute, I'm pretty sure, if not more. So yeah, he got it very quickly. Right here. So that's Crit's doing a great job here in the 4th position so far. And that siege creep, it's going to be killed off. Nice bounty.
125 gold.
That's another reason why that item stopped being seen, I feel like, too, because, yeah, it's 125 bonus gold that you get for killing the creep now. It's quite a bit of gold. So Beastmaster will have to come back up, take something else over with the Helm of the Dominator. But he's been split pushing that bottom lane and ganking anyone that comes in, and at least that's the idea. But now with the Tier 2 tower dead, we'll see where he ends up here. Roam around with Bloodseeker, perhaps, who's still trying to finish the BKB. He's getting close. 1,600 gold saved up, has the Ogre Club. What's over here? That's a smoke.
Oh, man. They are all smoked up.
Huh. Ooh, Arcane Rune. Who's going to pick that up? Nobody? All right.
They don't want to give away their gank.
It would have been seen. You're right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
if one of these balls pops, though...
I want to pop those balls. Middle lane. That was Bloodseeker getting stunned.
Oh, one more ball kills the Hawk.
Oh! When it is, he spawned a new one anyways. All right.
You can have 2 now, though.
So.
Yeah.
It just would have given away that there was something there.
Oh, true,
You noticed that he got the gold.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, I mean, they clearly knew something was there, though, the way they're positioning. So
it was a good dodge on that.
They might have actually, I don't know if they saw them smoke up. Maybe this ward down here at the bottom actually saw them smoke up, to be honest. I don't know exactly where they smoked. So that's, or actually, wow, look at this deep ward. That's probably what it was.
Very deep one. Yeah,
that's what it was. Okay. Makes more sense now. Maelstrom finished on to Ember, by the way. He's top of the charts with Bloodseeker here.
I want him to go at Lincoln's very badly now. Lincoln's super value this game. It's either blocking Rupture, Blood Rage, a stun from Wraith King, or Primal Roar. I mean, it's just value on top of value there.
Okay, this guy's spamming chat right now. First off, stop freaking spamming chat, noob. Also, though, Xerox, apparently people can't hear you in game. I don't know if you have that turned on or not.
Yeah, it's looking
Should
fine
be.
for me.
All right, well, we'll look into that later then, if anything. If he's probably lying. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, Nyx Assassin. Vendetta up. Not going to find anyone here, though. Bottom lane. What's this about? That's going to be a TP out, so Lone Druid instead will just soak up some farm. Again, go on the range build, as we mentioned. So, I know it's been a while for some people since seeing this build. We happened to see it the other day in a series that we were casting, but to remind you, you know, you get the 100 attack, you get the attack range, you get the 50 damage. No respawn time, though, anymore.
And in the game we casted, it looked really good right up until the point it didn't. Like, it was dominating the game, doing tons of damage, and then all of a sudden they started being able to get to the Lone Druid. And as soon as they could get on top of him, it just was super ineffective.
Well, hopefully for Blue Pikachu, stays effective in this game. And the idea, though, again, with the Wraith King we mentioned in the kiting him, and you figure the range build of Lone Druid, that's where it could be a little bit better as well. So, gonna try to kite around him.
There is blink up already, though. Wraith King just picked up his blink dagger, so now we'll have more mobility. Coupled with that Aegis, I have to imagine it's about time for EG to start grouping.
Feels like it. With the Aegis, it's usually a cue to do so. In fact, BKB also just finished on Bloodseeker recently here, so yeah, these very key items. The Blink, the BKB, Beastmaster finishes the full Solar Crest. Definitely some nice items coming out here for Evil Geniuses. So, as far as the other side, Radiance is being worked on Ember Spirit, jeez. So, and you know what? He's actually almost there. He has 2,600 gold saved up. A couple more minutes of free farm, and he will have it. It's just a question how many more objectives will they give up in the meantime.
And honestly, though, this feels a little too all in for me on the Ember. Like, you generally go Maelstrom or Radiance, not both. Both is very all in, leaving you super vulnerable and squishy. It's going to mean the Wisp has a whole job ahead of him in trying to relocate the Ember to keep him out of harm's way.
Doom has a Hood of Defiance here. Working on a pipe, at least to what he has shift queued. He's in the front lines, looking to maybe get jumped and react to it. That's not going to happen, though. Look at Alrun here, meanwhile, on the Nyx Assassin, getting plenty of information. They don't have a gem or anything like that. They do have some sentries. Don't see any dust on them, though, so it would just be a sentry ward right now that would spot him here. But he's going to head all the way to the top lane. And and maybe cut the creep wave, it looks like. As, yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. So they're going to see him doing that, but still have a creep wave to work with here at the tower. And we'll
this wave's
probably
going to
kill
get
it.
them to tier 2. I can't imagine they were looking to go uphill right now, so nothing really lost there from EG. They're actually still posturing forward. This is definitely a little brave.
Once this creep wave is cleared, though, yeah, they're not going to have much to push in with here for a little bit. It's actually not as far back as I thought. It's actually pretty close. So they are going to wait it out. Again, they still have the Aegis. They really want to make a play right here. In fact, they're going to go in big time. Doom gets crit down. That was a rupture opening. He just got exploded. So they're going to go for the tower push now. Ember Spirit making his way back. Arteezy, wow, he's starting to melt right there. Again, has the Aegis, but
the Wisp also tried to tether Relo him out at the last second, but he died before the tether secured, so Relo actually down already too.
Oh, yeah. Down for 80 seconds. So no save there. Radiance, how's that coming along? He has 3,800 gold now, so yeah, it's one of those spots. I mean, he's sitting on 3,800 gold. Like, that kind of sucks.
You buy the recipe. You just kind of buy the recipe and wait it out. Yeah. If you're sure that's what you're going.
Well, Wraith King jumping in big time again. Io gets cut down as a result of that. Arteezy, he's down to the Lone Druid, though, and a Sleight of Fist, will finish the job. Blood right on top of him as he resurrects. He kills off the bear pretty quickly right there, but again, Lone Druid going the ranged build, so that's not as crucial. Arteezy getting fairly low there.
I'm shocked they didn't just doom Arteezy there.
It would have been the Aegis.
Like, Arteezy was so deep in that fight. They made zero attempt to keep him there.
All right, well, this tower is at about half-life currently, but EG, yeah, it seemed like this was taking a little bit too long, and you also have Ember Spirit doing a good job of continuing to push in the bottom lane. In fact, you look at this tier 2 tower down here. Well, excuse me, that's tier 1 actually, but still almost dead, and EG decides to go back to defend it for the time being.
They got their one free life, didn't want to use their second one quite yet.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
That's a courier kill. Was there anything on that? Nope. So
he was sitting in Secret Shop to buy the relic, I think. So pretty lucky you didn't actually commit to the relic.
Yeah, that would have really sucked. Instead, he's sitting on 4,400 gold. So again, just about there to what is the Radiance. But that was what I was going to bring up earlier, actually. With the Lone Druid going this range build, that means they wouldn't have a Radiance on the Bear, which, you know, you figure would have been pretty good this game against a Wraith King. But now they are kind of good anyways on Ember Spirit. So part of me wonders if that's the justification, too, why he's just going for it here, like on the burn effect.
Yeah, it definitely could be. Aegis is timing out now as well, so no triple life on Wraith King this upcoming fight. Something to keep in mind. Yeah, I think part of it's just that he's feeling pretty confident, too, on the Ember. He's only died once this whole game, and with where he's feeling right now, he's only 200 gold away from it. Still very early on. Maybe he thinks he has time from getting the Radiance to start itemizing defensively.
So yeah, pattern committed. Just about there now with the Sacred Relic. Smoking from EG, though. Desolator picked up on Wraith King. So we saw those big numbers coming out of the previous fight. Now he has a Desolator on top of that. Oh, boy. Lone Druid. Oh, no. They're going to find him here, and that's a dead Lone Druid for sure. So nice find from EG. That's exactly what they wanted out of this Smoke Ink. Now they're going to rotate to push top. I mean, it transitions perfectly right at the creep wave.
Oh, yeah.
Into pushing it.
And Ember can't get his relic either unless he runs to the Dire Secret Shop right now.
Yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing, actually. He's going to be spotted.
It's risky. He doesn't even have his boots travel up.
Ooh,
so he's going to have to walk back to this fight.
He put a Remnant down in the mid lane, so he's probably going to go to that.
Oh, he had one deep in the base, like back near their tier 3, and it just expired, too.
Well, he has it, so he's all in that sense. Does not have a buyback, but look at this. Doom is dropping, and that was not a relocate, though. So Doom's going to be... Oh, he buys back. Lundra buys back as well, but Nyx Assassin, Arteezy just doing so much damage in these front lines.
Even if he just runs, this is huge.
Yeah. Oh, Arteezy's going back in. Remember, he has Reincarnate here, and that's probably going to end up being used. Looks like it, so we'll see how he plays after this now, though. Ember Spirit being locked down. Nope, he's going to be able to fire Remnant out. They kill Doom, though. That's a dieback onto him. Nyx Assassin staying dead as well. The Bear's going to be killed off, and they do kill the melee racks. BKB committed from the Bloodseeker to do so. Arteezy wants to finish the range. And with the siege creep, it's going to happen. There you go. So the range and the melee racks is taken out. And EG will start falling back now to recoup. And look at the Ember Spirit, though. He comes in with a TP. He's going... Okay. Never mind. He just gets out of there ASAP. I mean, yeah. He got scared, and he definitely could have committed to try to kill him there. Especially with the relocate in.
I mean, at this point, what do you have to lose? You're down 17,000 gold. They just took a barracks.
Yeah.
Like, this was the mid-game crumble you see out of some of these teams. They did a very good job keeping lanes even, and as soon as you hit the macro game point, EG just ran away with this.
Yep, that's part of what you're getting at, with these lesser experienced teams. Well, hold that thought, because Crit's going to not only survive, but help for some turn kills. Okay, he'll die in the end, but Ember Spirit now running in with Isle tethered up. Arteezy keeping his distance. Him and Ancient Apparition's the one trying to live here. Reincarnate is not up, so if they can catch up to Arteezy, it could be a big kill on Wraith King, and they just might be able to do that. Scorched Earth, allowing Doom to run in here. Arteezy, yep, that Blink's not going to be able to get off cooldown now. Unless he keeps juking, man. Man, he is still juking in the trees. And actually, he buys all this time for supports to come in now. Blood Right's going to come out from Sumail. Not hit anybody. But now Doom's in a awkward spot with no TP cooldown to use right here. So, but yeah, it goes back to the point that Evil Geniuses, as we start to enter, get out of the laning phase, enter more into the mid-game, the objective-based gaming started to kick in. And that's something that they have plenty of experience doing.
They just bullied their way through the mid game. They took team fights well. We saw how aggressive Arteezy got as soon as he picked up that Blink Dagger, and that really just turned the game around. I mean, it wasn't like they were behind in the first place, but it really just put them so far ahead. He's just blinked aggressively into the Doom every time they've seen him, and Doom struggled to even find one good Doom in the mid game here.
Crit jumping in, throws the Yields up on a Nyx. Ice Blast will come out, but didn't want to overcommit to that. So EG will reset. You look at this bottom, Tier 1 is still up. Almost 30 minutes into this game. It's just about dead. It's been just about dead for a while, it seems like. But, again, they just haven't had enough firepower to take it out. Lone Druid, look what he has queued up. Good old Divine Rapier. Talk about being ambitious here. Why the hell not, right? In fact, Blink on Ember. I was going to say, in fact, Ember Spear should probably get one himself. Let's go.
Yeah, obviously. Just rapiers for everybody.
That's another Roshan kill, so EG looking very smooth now as far as just making the right rotations. Timing's working out.
They turned an even game at roughly 20 minutes into a 20k lead by 30. It's just been blown wide open.
Yeah, it's like a 15-minute mark. This is a pretty even game. Again, you saw the lead for Blue Pikachu, like we said, in the laning phase there early on, but look at the graph, kind of see where things started to go wrong, and really since the 20-minute mark, Blue Pikachu's only had one kill since 20 minutes. So 10 minutes later, not looking too good there for them, but still trying to hold understandably. Of course, it is a best of 3 as well, so this is game 1 of this best of 3 that we have here. And ultimately is a double elimination tournament here in these qualifiers for the Star Ladder event. Blue Pikachu trying to shock the world here of sorts in this qualifier. Looks strong early on, but now EG just really closing them out, and they're not overcommitting either. I mean, they're playing this very safe. They're showing their experience right here, if anything, and they're not underestimating their opponents. Especially in their debut, the last thing they want to do is, throw themselves at them and give themselves an opening.
See, I'd say the opposite. I think they're playing with their food at this point. I think they're so far ahead, and they know how far ahead they are. But all in all, either way, it's a good showing from them. The laning phase is a little bit rocky, but they're very aggressive Roshan takes and their aggressive initiations. That's the EG I like to see.
Yeah.
Very decisive shot calling.
Ember Spirit just running at the Wraith King, and that was Blue Pikachu. Looked like they were really trying to get a catch there, but Evil Genius just kind of spread out. Everyone TP'd away or ran away, and they're going to reset now and continue to farm even more. So maybe I don't know if I mean they have the Aegis still on Wraith King. They have the cheese on Bloodseeker, so definitely could be pushing in here. But the longer they wait, the Lone Druid, he's got the Demon Edge.
He's actually gonna go.
Almost has it defined. That was Ember getting picked up by Lane, by the way. That's a Primal Roar to the Earthshaker lockdown. No Echo Slam even needed there.
That's the risk he runs without getting a Lincoln's. He even had the safety remnant and never did have a free quarter second to just jump to it. And now Wisp.
No crits. Arteezy's crying right now, man. That's brutal. That was like 5 hits. No crits, man. Well, we'll get another chance here. As if anything, they want to force that buyback, of course. 40 more seconds before Ember Spirit's back up. Well, there you go. There's the buyback. And Arteezy in the front lines. He has Reincarnate. He has the Aegis. Definitely shouldn't be feeling too scared here, as that was a Rupture going off. Ember Spirit gets out. Rupture was used on Nyx, and he's just going to sit still. In the base here.
This is just rough. This quad board from Universe is actually hilarious.
There you go. You see that big crit coming out. So the board's actually going to die off right there, though. Prime Aurora and a Nyx Assassin way back here. Arteezy going in. Oh, he got feared, actually, right as he was about to put the Wraithfire Blast out. Wants to go back in there. Resets. Goes on to the IO here. But now they decide, let's just hit the building. Samuel's like, no, I want hero kills, damn it. BKB popped. He commits 4 of the kills. He gets 1. He gets another. You know, barely. Oh, he's down for the fountain. Okay, pops the cheese. He gets it. Got the IO, guys. Don't worry. Killed the Wisp. All right. GG's, I'm sure, going to be coming out here soon, though. You know what? If you're Blue Pikachu, you don't GG. You just stay in as long as possible.
You just
oh,
enjoy
damn
this,
it.
but
Why does I say that?
it's basically game either way. So, game being done, EG handling them pretty well. And not a bad debut from EG. Bit of an interesting pick in the Wraith King, but man, did they make it work.
I feel like that was probably one of the better results in a game 1 that we're going to get in this series. Because, again, let's be honest. We would not have been surprised to see a quick 20-minute GG absolute domination. But instead, we got Blue Pikachu making it very interesting, arguably winning the laning phases in a lot of ways, and looking good in the transition. But then Evil Geniuses, as you said, I mean, they did start to look really good as the game moved on there. And a pretty clean game from them as far as the finish goes coming out. So we got the expected result, but an entertaining one, though. I was happy with that. Well, we got a break coming up here, but Z-Rock, who's your MVP that game, Z-Rock?
Arteezy?
Jumping
I don't know.
in.
He played really aggro. It was just kind of one of those team efforts. Like, no one really blew up and went insane on their own. It was just a good, clean team effort from EG.
I think Universe played that Beastmaster well, and I loved his item build, too.
The item build is definitely interesting.
Yeah. Helmet Dominator. I've always been a fan of that item. I really am happy to see it kind of coming back here as we've entered in a new season. But, guys, we're going to take a short break. I'm Breaky CPK, joined by Z-Rock. We got Evil Geniuses up 1-0 over Blue Pikachu here in a best-of-3 Star Ladder I-League season number 3, North American Qualifiers. So he advances on into the next round to play Complexity. Well, we'll find out next with game number 2. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back.